The Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex, is a genus of large theropod dinosaur. The type species Tyrannosaurus rex, rex meaning king in Latin, often shortened to T-Rex or colloquially T-Rex, is one of the best represented theropods. It lived throughout what is now Western North America, on what was then an island continent known as Laramidia. Tyrannosaurus had a much wider range than other tyrannosaurids. Fossils are found in a variety of rock formations dating to the latest Campanian-Maastrichtian ages of the late Cretaceous period, 72.7 to 66 million years ago. It was the last known member of the Tyrannosaurids and among the last non-avian dinosaurs to exist before the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. Like other tyrannosaurids, Tyrannosaurus was a bipedal carnivore with a massive skull balanced by a long, heavy tail. Relative to its large and powerful hind limbs, the forelimbs of Tyrannosaurus were short but unusually powerful for their size, and they had 2 clawed digits. The most complete specimen measures up to 12.3–12.4 m, 40–41 feet, in length, but according to most modern estimates, Tyrannosaurus could have exceeded sizes of 13 m, 43 feet, in length, 3.74 m, 12–13 feet, in hip height, and 8.8 tons, 8.7 long tons, 9.7 short tons, in mass. Although some other theropods might have rivaled or exceeded Tyrannosaurus in size, it is still among the largest known land predators, with its estimated bite force being the largest among all terrestrial animals. By far the largest carnivore in its environment, Tyrannosaurus rex was most likely an apex predator, preying upon hadrosaurs, juvenile armored herbivores like ceratopsians and ankylosaurs, and possibly sauropods. Some experts have suggested the dinosaur was primarily a scavenger. The question of whether Tyrannosaurus was an apex predator or a pure scavenger was among the longest debates in paleontology. Most paleontologists today accept that Tyrannosaurus was both an active predator and a scavenger. T-Rex was a very big meat-eating dinosaur, also called a carnivore. It would have been at the top of the food chain. It is known to have fed on other large dinosaurs, such as Edmontosaurus, Anatosaurus, and Triceratops, and probably could have swallowed smaller dinosaurs in a single bite. Using a computer model, scientists now show that with a bone spanning this IMJ, T-Rex could have generated bite forces of more than 6 metric tons. That's about the mass of a large male African elephant. Scientists think that T-Rex had excellent vision, despite what Jurassic Park might have you believe. The grapefruit-sized eyes of T-Rex could have distinguished objects with up to 5 times more precision than those of a falcon, and 13 times better than a human. They also had superior color vision. Like birds and crocodiles, T-Rex could distinguish more colors of the rainbow than humans and see ultraviolet light. Although it makes for good dramatic tension in fiction, standing still would not hide you from a hungry T-Rex. Rex could run at speeds up to 72 kilometers, 45 miles per hour. But biomechanics researchers argue that the animal moved much more slowly, perhaps only about 16 kilometers, 10 miles per hour, about as fast as an average human runner. These experts say size slowed T-Rex down, but Tristan didn't need to run any faster. At that speed, he could easily chase down the slow-moving herbivores that it preyed upon. All rumble and no roar. Large carnivores today, most of them are mammals, and roars are the sounds they produce, says paleontologist Julia Clark. But when we think about T-Rex, this is an animal most closely related to birds and alligators and crocodiles, and those animals make very different kinds of sounds. Researchers have yet to find any fossilized evidence of sound-producing organs like those of modern birds or mammals, so Tyrannosaurus rex probably resorted to closed-mouth vocalization, low-frequency sounds that are made by inflating the throat. Computer simulations of a hadrosaur's hollow head crest showed that it could double as a resonating chamber, producing a sound that paleontologist Tom Williamson called otherworldly. So instead of sounding like this, they would have sounded like this. When they weren't chasing down prey or scavenging for food, new evidence suggests that Tyrannosaurus rex went for lengthy dips. Researchers believe the tiny armed carnivores were surprisingly adept swimmers. All animals can swim. Oh yeah, they certainly could swim. In fact, T-Rex was a very effective swimmer. It would probably outswim you if you tried to escape. His powerful hind legs were very strong enough to make it a good swimmer. Also, T-Rex could defend itself very well in the water. It just had to stick his head underwater, and with its massive jaws, it could crush anything that got too close. Tyrannosaurs competed by biting each other's faces, research suggests. The bites could have been part of competition for mates, food, and dominance between some of the largest land predators to have ever lived. Gouges on the skulls of sexually mature tyrannosaurs suggest the dinosaurs attempted to bite each other's faces and lower jaws. How did T-Rex reproduce? Allie. Dinosaurs used the same basic position to mate, said Dr. Beverly Halstead, an English researcher who was one of the first to tackle the subject. Mounting from the rear, he put his forelimbs on her shoulders, lifting one hind limb across her back and twisting his tail under hers. As far as we know, all dinosaurs reproduced by laying eggs, as do most other sauropsids, reptiles. It is very difficult to determine what species of dinosaur laid the eggs that have been discovered, because only a few dinosaur embryos have been found inside the fossil eggs. Rex parents cared for their young before or after they hatched. No T-Rex eggs or nests have ever been found, but fossils of other tyrannosaur relatives suggest that they laid elongated eggs, roughly 20 or more at a time.